Hi, I'm Taylor Seelig here at Gold's Gym. Today we're going to be demonstrating some different leg movements that you can take on to your next workout. We're going to start today with the squat, and the best and most fundamental lifts for any form that you're doing. Kelsey here is going to demonstrate proper squat technique. First thing you want to do is start with the bar right below your neck. You never want it right on your neck. Next, you want to lift your elbows up and together. That'll help create tension on the traps so that the ball doesn't roll down your back. You're just going to have to stand up with it. Take a couple steps back from the JPEGs. And you want to get your feet wider so that the inside of your heels are right outside your hips here, like this imaginary line. Next, feet are slightly out at a 45. Knees are always slightly bent and your butt popped out. So that's going to help keep that tension throughout your whole lower back and torso as you carry this weight down to the ground and back up. So next, I'll just have you sit down and back on those heels. When you hit that parallel, squeeze your glutes and push through your heels. Come back up. And you go again. Sit down to parallel, squeeze the glutes, fire down. Usually about 4 sets of 10. An adequate weight is trying to get your legs into that jello mode. That's our squats. So our next move here is a Romanian deadlift. It stands for RDLs. It's one of the best lifts you can do for your entire posterior chain, back of your neck to your Achilles tendons being worked on this movement. So now Kelsey, she's going to start with your pointer fingers right on the rings here. Just lightly, your hands normally will drop. She's going to squat down a little bit. Next, you want to pinch your shoulder blades together. Push your chest out and keep that tight the whole time. So I'll have you just stand up now with it. Take one short step back. You want your feet pretty close together like you're waiting in line and moving. And then bend the knees a little. And you're just trying to push your hips straight back to that mirror behind there. There we go. Then once you get right below the knees, squeeze your glutes to fire back through with that weight. And what this is doing is isolating mainly the hamstrings and the glutes. But as I said, it's working from the back of your neck, your traps, your lats, and your lower lumbar muscles all at once. It transfers this weight through the imaginary planes. The biggest thing for most people is just keep that chest out. And you don't want to be using your traps at all in this motion. Good. Walk it back. Excellent. So next up, we're doing Bulgarian split squats. The single best movement helps shred up your thigh muscles along with activating the glutes, getting that nice rounded shape. So I have you take a couple steps out from the bench. You want a pretty good distance. You're just going to use your back leg now. Top of the foot back on the bench. You want that ankle joint right at the edge here. Slight bend in your knee at all times. Here's another one where you kind of pinch your scaps together. It'll just help keep that weight in that center line here. And then from here, I'm going to sit down and back. Push through that here. Really squeeze that glute to come back up. This is one that you can start with no weight and still get a great workout on. You don't need weight at first. You kind of get your balance and then start adding a little dumbbell increments. Switch. When you switch, bring your foot right off to the other one. So that way you don't lose your spot. If you notice, she comes all the way down and back with her hips, but never touch your knee to the ground. It's just unnecessary damage on that patella. Good. Alright, so next up we have the leg press. Almost every gym has a couple versions of this. We're doing the lying back one. On these, I like to lower the seat all the way back so you get more range of motion. I also use, sit up real quick, a pillow I just put behind the back, sometimes a towel to help give a little extra support on your lumbar muscles. Just have her lean back. Now on this one, you always want to make sure that you always have your ankle, knee to shoulder lined up with each other. It'll help from the knees bowing in or getting too wide of a stance. And then the first move on this is I'm going to have her just put her hands across her chest like that. That kind of gives her a plane, so when her foot comes back all the way, it's right at 90. You do not want to have your knees all the way back in your armpits. I know some people do, but what that does is round the lower lumbar up off the bench and makes you more prone for an injury of some kind. Next up, just have her push off lightly. Unlock the safety pegs. And down. And back up. You see your elbows kind of that guideline. Your legs right at that perfect 90. And if she's ever struggling, you use those arms to help push off on your legs as well. One big thing on these to keep an eye on is make sure your knees never come in or shoot out. You always want them nice parallel lines with each other.